Good morning, Eileen Sharon, live for 5 on Monday. I promised a step stool stretch. So I'm going to take you through a nice routine that you can use with any step stool. You can do a double or a single, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to start off using the lower level, just in case you're not that flexible. I'm going to start off in a nice lunge position. Now notice, the most important thing you're going to do is make sure that the knee stays over the ankle. I don't want you compressing the knee. Good morning. So you're going to start off with a nice big pull of the chest, and if you squeeze your glutes, you're going to feel a really good hip flexor extension. So I'm going to go up and down a couple of times to get the calves engaged, keeping the toe and heel in alignment, and then I'm just going to reach. Keep your hands on top for stability and just a slow rotation and extension of the arm. Take a nice deep breath in, and then we're going to go opposition. I think I'm going to only do one side today so that I can give you plenty of ideas. That's kind of how I roll. And then all through the shoulders. And then you can bring your arm down, and I'm going to do one more stretch here. And again, make sure you're stable. Reach through the chest, open up the elbows, and extend that body as much as you can. Every time I hit a stretch, I like to take a nice deep breath in. And then as I exhale, I'm going to compress and push through the stretch. Think of it as something that you're moving through instead of sticking to one position, that you're constantly moving around and seeing how your body's feeling. You're going to squeeze your glutes forward, tighten, so I'm in a much deeper lunge, but notice the knee again, and then I'm going to extend all the way out. Now here's the cool thing about using a step stool. Even though this is a traditional stretch, and you've probably done this a million times on the floor, the minute you elevate your leg, it's going to feel different. And I'm going to pop that leg in, and I'm going to take it a little bit higher. So now you're going to get a pull through the hamstring, even more through the hip flexor. And this time I'm going to work away, so all the way back through the chest. I'm going to move a little bit quicker on this one so it's more active. Take a nice deep breath in, pull that sternum, keep that heel on the ground if you can, and if you can't, coming up is fine too. Then we're going to extend that leg out into a hamstring stretch. This gives you great support, and you want to elongate your spine. Now watch what I do with my leg. I'm going to turn it out, and that's going to feel different on your stretch, and I'm going to turn it in. So both of those are going to feel really different. And if you notice, my hip wiggles on the side, so things are changing in the pelvis. And then you're going to take a deep step and pull that chest, and we're going to just lift through the sternum, elbows back, and pull that all the way up. Really great for posture. Bring the knee sideways. Notice my toe just turned out. That's really important so you don't torque your knee. We're just going to lean into it. Again, knee over ankle, press. And we're going to reach all the way out over the bar on the top, and then we're going to reach all the way out to the side. Then you're going to bend your knees and pull your knees apart. This is great for the adductor, so I'm actually pulling my knees apart. You can drop away for more spinal mobility, and then also turn upwards. And as you squeeze that butt, you're going to feel more of a stretch. If you want to go lower, you can put your foot on the lower steps, and that would work fabulously as well. And from there, I'm going to extend the leg out. Tall lift, reach all the way over if you can. And this is a great way to get a side stretch. And then keep reaching the arm until you feel like, whoa, this is an amazing lat stretch and back stretch as well. So even though your leg is sideways, you're reaching up and over for this kind of a pull. And then I'm going to turn all the way around, and I'm going to leave this on the higher step today, but you can absolutely put it on the lower step. Toe can drop down. Doing a stretch with toe under is going to feel really different. And then you're going to squeeze this butt cheek, open up your chest. We may go a little bit longer today because there are so many cool things you can do. Pull up, you can do some yoga poses, you can hold, and then you're going to reach all the way down and bend that knee. This is where you're going to feel it in that lower butt. And you're going to pull through. Chest is nice and long. Then you're going to reach up. And you can also do this with a bent knee. So I'm going to bend and press back. Now you're getting hip flexor and quad. So notice, I'm not arching my back. I'm tilting, good morning, tilting my pelvis under. And wow, because the knee is behind my other leg, I'm getting this really long hip flexor and quad stretch. You can bring the leg out to the side, or you can crisscross it. And that's going to change the way the hip feels and the hip flexor works. So notice I'm dropping my knee cross and I'm pulling that knee open and squeezing that butt. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to take my foot on top just for a nice easy calf stretch. We see those incline boards at the gym all the time. This is just a great way to do a quickie. You can bend and straighten. And then I'm going to turn away and sit right down on that. That feels good. Open up your knees, drop your body under it. Now, instead of just falling forward, grab hold of the step stool and allow those arms to get an extension. I'm going to feel a little bit of a pull behind my back. Reach one side over and rotate, and then reach the other side over and rotate. And then if you can, pull the knees apart. That's a great way to get another adductor stretch. The other one was uneven, but this one's going to be even. Arms are going to come back. Place them on the back side of the step stool. Rotate the chest. We're going to do a couple of shoulder and chest stretches. Pull the elbows back. And then if you can lock your front elbows or the bend of your elbow right up against that step stool, you're going to really feel a good chest stretch. Legs are going to come out. Same thing, hamstring stretch. You can reduce one arm out. You can pull back on the toes. I like to do a crisscross where one leg is up and over the other, and then also turn it out. So all those work really, really well. You can also do a V stretch. Again, be careful, because when you go forward, I don't want you to fall off your step stool. Reach forward, and you could separate those legs and reach across on both sides. Take one last deep breath in. I'm going to open up those feet right here up on the step stool. Pull that chest, and I'm just going to work this calf again. Toe point and flex. Just putting weight in it will allow for that stretch in the heel. And for the last one today, hands on top. Pull away from the step stool with your chest open, retracting the scapula, squeeze, and then bring it all the way around for rotation stretch. We're going to retract and squeeze, and then one arm at a time. Pull on the shoulder, press down so you elongate the biceps. We're going to do both sides there. So press down and rotate. Well, we went a little longer than 5 minutes. This hope will spark some imagination so that you can work with your step stool. Have a wonderful weekend. I am off to do a full day's work, but that stretch sure helped me. Please join me on Monday for Resistance or Muscle Monday, and I'll see you then.